What's going on, guys? So I think I left off with the rocker panel video and kind of left it at that. I had said that I wasn't going to put any Bondo or start working on that, but I started noticing that the car was getting a little bit of rust from moisture. Even though it's inside a building, I guess all these little holes are just moisture's getting in when it rains and all that. So I was like, okay, let me just get to work right away with the Bondo. And here's what I've done with the driver's side. The rocker panel that I worked on was on the passenger side. So that other quarter panel also needs work. So I'll get to that after this one because that side is way worse, and I'll show you right now. So these had little dents here and there, but they had Bondoed the whole thing, which was unnecessary. Everything's pretty smooth. It's just I went ahead and put Bondo where it needs it. I took every single Bondo off and just checked where it needs Bondo and just put it, and it's completely smooth. Feels real like normal. Here was probably the worst area, and I found out why they put so much Bondo. There's a stitch weld right here, so I don't know if they cut this up and switched this quarter panel, or they moved it up and then switched this rocker panel. I don't know what happened, but I put a whole bunch of Bondo here, and it's because there's a whole bunch of little dents in here, so I had a Bondo like a good amount here. Not that thick. I try to make it as thin as possible here as well. There was a whole bunch of Bondo here, and I was like, man, I wonder how far up they did the whole thing. So I started grinding down to the bare metal, and I saw that they did this whole thing. So I just went and Bondo it back up because I don't want to mess with it. It's not a whole lot of Bondo, so that's why I didn't mind. But it is stitch weld here too, so that's why they Bondoed this whole area. But I went ahead and I am not going to put Bondo here because every time you slam the door, it kind of breaks in these corners. Right here, not so much because it's flat. So that I'm going to leave alone. Now let me show you the other side. The front of the car from the doors on, good. It has little dings like on the hood, on the fenders, but they're very small. So I'll put Bondo on those and be done with that. Look at this side. Super bad. So this side was hit, I've noticed here, and this whole thing was full of Bondo. This was full of Bondo, like up to here, full of Bondo from top to bottom. And it was the whole thing, the whole area right here. And over here, doesn't need it. Everything's pretty good here. Down there is good. It starts pretty much right here. And there's just a whole bunch of little dings. They left some holes, so I went ahead and spot welded those and grinded it down. And they went ahead and also put Bondo over here because this panel was completely loose. What was holding it on was a screw. They put a screw down there. So I just went ahead, welded all this down here. Not the prettiest weld, but there's just so much like stuff that the welds are just not gonna be pretty, but it's holding on way better. This right here, I also put a spot weld on there, but this is all fairly straight. This is fairly straight. Up here is fairly straight. It's just when you get down here that it's super bad. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and make it as smooth as possible, but I'm pretty much done with that. Just needs Bondo and I'll be done. This is completely done, which is the rocker panel we worked on. Before you saw it without Bondo, and now it has Bondo. And I just need to spray paint it, be done with it. But I'm waiting to kind of finish everything to kind of make sure where I'm at. I wanted to get this side done as fast as possible because it was the easiest side and there was no problems with it. So I was like, let me get this side done since there's such little problems and just be done with it and keep going. Now, another problem that I have is they also put a whole bunch of Bondo on the rear bumper. So I could buy a new one and a different style, but I don't want to waste that much money on this car. Look at this. So that is cracked, right? Instead of buying some kind of plastic that you can melt, they just did this contraction. Don't know, but it worked, I guess, for a while. But once, I actually saw this when I first got the car, but I didn't really care because it's plastic, so I knew it was gonna break or whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to fix this. If I can't, then I'll leave it alone, be done with it. But next thing is, once I finish all that, I'll get to down here, and I need to change this that I have been mentioning for the longest time. Check water leaks one last time on this side. That side does not have a water leak. Change the soft top because I think it's broken, like in the inside of the window, and that's another leak. And those are the major parts that I need to work on. I just wanted to give you a quick update, and that's about it. If you have any questions of what I'm doing, how I'm doing certain things, just let me know, and I'll try to get back to you as quick as possible. But yeah, guys, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video.